Hi, and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to import selected ranges from Excel into an Access database. Now first, what you're going to have to do is create some ranges for Access to import. Now, we're going to import data 1 from this spreadsheet. This is some example data that you could use. You could apply these processes to other applications. This is just the basics on how to do it. Now first we're going to have to remove some formatting because Access doesn't really like the formatting that Excel uses. So you're going to want to go to your Home tab and you're going to want to select all of your data. Over here in the corner there's a little Clear tab. Click the drop down and Clear Formats. This removes some of the bolding, the two lines. It just makes things cleaner. You're also going to want to go in and you're going to fix where you've put two spaces. So you're just going to delete and add a real space. So once again, you delete and add a real space. Now you're going to want to define the range so that when you open up Access, you're able to import just this. So you click and select everything. You go over to your Formulas tab and go to Define Name. We're going to name this Data. So click OK. Now, when we click anywhere else on the sheet and click this drop down, it just selects data. So you're going to want to open up you're going to want to open up Access. And this is what you see when you open up Access. You're going to want to create a blank database. Now, they want you to create a database and save it right away. So we're going to create database 1 in my documents folder. You can put that wherever you'd like, but this is just simple for this tutorial. Click Create. And you present it with this. It looks a little bit like Excel, but with a lot of other things. So what you're going to want to do is go to the External Data tab. You're also going to want to go to this Excel button. This is going to come up. This is the External Data wizard, as you may call it. Now, I just happen to know where my file is. So you're going to want to use the browse and browse to this file. And you're going to want to make sure it's saved and up to date, and you're just going to browse to wherever you saved this file. You're going to want to import the source data into a new table in the current database. So this is the option that you want to use for this example. There are other options, but I'm not going to go through those. Click OK. And you can see it's checked a lot of data that I've got in there, data 1, data 2, and my other sheet that's blank. But you can also show named ranges. So data shows up. So you click on that, you click Next, and you're going to want to tell Access that the first row, which I have here, contains headings. So that makes them headings. So for Next. You can specify specific options with each of the data, but for this example, we're not going to really need to touch that. You can also let Access define a primary key or choose your own primary key or not have one at all. A primary key is used to uniquely identify each record in your table. It allows you to retrieve data more quickly. For this example, we're not going to use a primary key, but for other examples we may in the future. Click No Primary Key and click Next. You're also going to want to import the data to a table. Now this is your chance so you can name your table. So I'm just going to keep it as data and click Finish. Click Close. And as we go over here, we see our data has been imported into Excel. Now that's simply how you import data into Excel. Thank you very much, and please watch my other videos, rate and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.